What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. So the only challenge for today, we're going to be using this fishing kit from Amazon, the cheapest fishing kit available on Amazon. All right, guys, so it's time to crack this thing open and see what we have inside. So we've got some decent little baits in here, not bad at all. So first bait that catches my eye is going to be this Rattle Trap. This thing would be awesome for like a wintertime bait whenever the bass are feeding up shallow on the rocks on the crawfish. I do believe we can catch a fish on that today. I mean, she's kind of cute. I'd bite it. So the second bait we're going to take a look at, guys, is this popper. Nice topwater popper, white and red. Wish we had a little bit of blue on it because, you know, America. This thing is going to mimic anything from a bluegill to a shad, to basically any bait fish that's in this pond. This is what it's going to look like. And this thing's going to come across the top of the water and then bam! You're going to get lit up on something like that in a pond like this. So what I do like about this kit right off the bat, I feel like these hooks have better quality than the most expensive Amazon fishing kit that we bought, which is kind of crazy because you would think that the cheapest would be, you know, and then, well, you get it. I feel like this lure right here is probably right off the bat my favorite out of the kit. So the next lure of choice, the jerkbait. So we've got a nice little spot where they've painted orange under the bill of this bait. I kind of like that because I feel like it gives the bass something to key in on. Plus it's just a little bit different. But this thing looks perfect. It looks exactly like a baby bass or a perch or even a brim. Basically anything these fish are going for in this pond, this is gonna mimic perfectly. Not to mention it's got a tiny bill. So the smaller the bill, the shallower it dives, and the longer the bill, the deeper it dives. And that's just how it is. So as far as lures that come in this kit, I'm well pleased, guys. You get a Rattle Trap, a jerkbait, and a nice popper. The popper looks like it's gonna get eaten up, and the jerkbait as well. I'm not as big a fan of a Rattle Trap just because it's, in my mind, it's easier to get them hung up and lost. But who knows? Maybe we'll catch a giant on a Rattle Trap today. That's what we caught the biggest one on last time. You'd think that I would have learned my lesson, but I'm a hard-headed man. So we're gonna put these lures back. So we've got some grubs. I mean, that doesn't look all that great. Just to be honest, oh my goodness. That thing's gonna have no action. This thing is as stiff as a board. I mean, it's like we just ran this thing through the iron. It's a small bait, so it's kind of hard to have that paddle tail really work whenever it's such a small bait. But, I mean, we can't even get this thing shaking her booty if we help her out. You know what I mean? I mean, this thing shakes its booty zero. So, guys, this kit comes with a bunch of different baits and bugs and small, soft plastics, but these things look super duper cheap. I can go ahead and tell you guys, I feel like we're going to do better on these three lures than we do the soft plastics. We have a little bit of terminal tackle. You always got to have your terminal tackle. We got a nice little jig head in here. We've also got some bead balls. You know how we like our bead balls, guys. We've got different size hooks in there as well. We've also got another jig head and some swivels. So basically a tiny pack of terminal tackle is what we have here. That's awesome. We've also got some spoons. I wish that we had a rooster tail. We have no rooster tail, but we have 5 different spoons. And you guys know how we like to spoon. This one is probably my favorite. Got a nice little purple and white feather on the back. It's also kind of bent up, so it should fall different. I don't know, maybe get a bite on that. So right off the bat, guys, I can go ahead and tell you, I'm gonna be tying on my 3 lures first, and we're gonna go around the pond with them. And if we do pretty good on our lures, I'll come back and use some of these baits, some of these soft plastics that I don't think we're gonna catch a fish on. Who knows? I've been wrong before. I'm wrong like 3 or 4 times a day. I'm also out here sweating because it's hot. Like this right here. What is that? Looks like a James and the Giant Peach glowworm. First lure of choice, the Rattle Trap. Wow. Backlash first cast, always what you want. Does this thing float? Yeah, guys, so this Rattle Trap floats. Rattle Traps are not supposed to float. If you have a nice Rattle Trap, it should sink as soon as it hits the water. And this one right here, well, she floats. She is a floater. Not good. So I'm gonna make a few casts of this Rattle Trap. I already don't like it. I mean, right off the bat. Okay, so I got, well, no, we're right back on top of the water. Come on, go underwater. Let me just show you what I got going on, guys. This is terrible. All right, so I hope you can see that Rattle Trap out there. Look at that. Guys, that is not what you want your Rattle Trap to do. I mean, this is terrible. I would give this Amazon cheapest fishing kit a 1-star rating. And that's if we got like 12 stars. If we only got 5 stars, I'm not even giving it a star. Your rattle traps need to sink, guys. Rattle traps are not top water. I'm putting this thing up and we're gonna grab something that is. All right, so our first bait was a rattle trap that floated on top of the water. Our second bait is a top water, and if this thing sinks, oh my gosh, moment of truth. Okay, we're good. We got a floater. So right now I'm fishing the side of the pond that has the most shade. I feel like that should have the most fish because it's hot. No. Oh, thank God. Oh, I can't lose my popper. I know what you're thinking, guys. Why are you throwing a top water with a spinning rod and reel? But this is a budget challenge, guys. Everything I have done in my life the last 8 years has been a budget challenge. So this is no different. I should get bit on that cast. That just looks too good. Coming right beside a nice little stump in the water. I'm kind of nervous about getting a nice bite on this rod and reel because I'm not 100% certain that I'm going to be able to catch the fish. But right now, we have yet to find a fish. So guys, it's time to give the jerkbait a little bit of action. Oh, I had one come up and get it. Tiny one right at the boat. Maybe that's a good sign. Perhaps we're about to start catching them on the jerkbait, huh? So guys, so far no fish, and it may have something to do with the fact that it's like 452 degrees outside. Both GoPros that I have keep overheating. They say camera is too hot. Kind of feel like I'm a camera right now. Oh, fish on. Yikes. Banging that head, baby. Okay, okay, okay. Little baby. This pond's known for having some really big ones. I've caught about 3 out of here that have all been over 5 pounds. So I'm thinking that if we just stay persistent, keep our head down, stay focused, don't let yourself get too hot, I think we might can catch a big one. Oh, I'm getting a nibble. Got one. Wow. She's a skier. She's skiing. Last time this happened, I took a small fish and I casted it out just like this. I let it sit for a little while. Then I caught a bigger fish on a small fish. So let's just see. I mean, what if, right? What if? Oh, she's off. Quick little release. Looking for a little crappie jig. I'm kind of liking this one, honestly. So I'm going to go with this one right here. It almost looks like it might be glow in the dark. I don't think that'll matter. You know, it's light outside, but it'll be okay. So we've got our crappie jig tied on, and I'll make a deal with you guys. If I catch a crappie that's 2 pounds, if it's even close to 2 pounds, I'll take it home and we'll do a catch and cook. I got one. So I've got a fish, guys. I was just trolling my bait. I don't know if I have a bass or a crappie. Let's see. I have a crappie. How about that? Parker was right. He said that they were crappie in here. I had no idea. Not a 2 pounder though, so we're not doing a catch and cook, but a nice little crappie. Not on my phone, dude. That was quick though. I mean, like first couple of cranks with my reel and I had this fish on. Gonna let her get back. They say that there's some big crappie in here though. I would love to catch a big slab, like 2 pounds. Awesome fish, bit really quick. Let's see if we can catch another one of those. So I caught that one just trolling. I had my bait out behind me as I was pedaling my kayak. You know, my kayak's got pedals, kind of like a bike. Shout out to Waterway USA. Well, that was kind of cool, guys. I'm just gonna do that for a little while. I'm gonna troll around this little pond, see if we can catch a big crappie. Got one. This is acting like another crappie. Oh, it is another crappie. Who would have known, guys? I fished this pond 5 or 6 times. Never knew there were crappie in here. 2 crappie and 2 casts. Now I say crappie, and I'm sure I've got a lot of people who would argue and say crappie, but I call them crappie. They're beautiful fish, and they're some of the best eating that there is in freshwater. That's 2 crappie and 2 casts. So I came out here hoping that I would catch a really nice largemouth. If I can catch crappie every other cast, I may not be doing much largemouth fishing. What I don't like about crappie fishing is having to fish painfully slow. Both of those fish have eaten the bait when it's barely moving, so definitely got to keep it slow, but I like catching crappie. Tell you what we are going to do. I remember there being some stick-ups in the water back here, so I'm going to head that way and see if we can catch more crappie in that. But why not have my bait out, right? I've caught both of them trolling. Wow, something about trolling. I mean, I'm already on. Oh! Spit my bait. Man, you have got to be kidding me. Amazon cheapest fishing kit. How cheap is that? Broke my hook off. I could fish with this all day. And I'll never catch another one. Well, that's kind of a bummer. I at least like for my hooks to stay hooks. Don't really want to give up on the crappie though. I mean, they're biting so good. Let's see if I have another jig head in this kit. Oh, I do. I've got one more, guys. One more jig head. Hopefully this thing will stay together. So guys, here's all your terminal tackle that they send you. All we really want right now is this jig head. Okay, we're getting back in there. Guys, there's frogs everywhere. I definitely want to come back out here and frog gig, try to do a little frog gig and cook. Oh, fish on. What is it with these little bitty squealers? So, first you catch one little one, then another, and then another. So straight ahead of me, guys, I've got a giant tree that's fallen over into the water, and I'm just hoping that maybe that's where they're at. And another one. Come on, guys, I know there's a big one in here somewhere. Better fish, much better fish. Oh yeah. Okay. Now we're getting in the game. I was getting tired of saying another one, because they're all tiny. Golly, she choked that popper, guys. Sweet, guys. Well, we just caught this one. A lot better fish, got a lot more size to this one. She ate the popper as I thought she would. Not a bad fish at all. Sweet. Those bullfrogs are going. So this has been a really nice fishing kit. It's been a joy. I've had a lot of fun, but in my pocket this whole time I have had a buzzbait. And I know it's cheating, but I want to show you guys one of these great big ones, and I've only got about 30 minutes left to fish, so I'm about to speed reel this buzzbait across this lake and see if I can't catch one of these giant bass to show you guys. So here we go. Guys, I love throwing a buzzbait in this situation just because you can fish it so much faster than that popper. The popper works, it's an awesome lure, but a buzzbait is going to allow you to cover so much more water so quick. Not to mention that it's a nice big bass bait. Buzz bait, spinner bait, jig, those are all big bass baits. Whenever you throw them, you're targeting a nice fish. And I have caught plenty of small ones today. I want to catch a big one. Oh my God, there is fish back here. I mean a big one. Goodness gracious. Holy cow. What? Yes, sir. That is a nice one. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That is exactly why I tied that buzzbait on, guys. I know it was cheating. I get it. The buzzbait didn't come in the cheapest box, but man, does it catch big ones. Nice big largemouth on the buzzbait. I get it. It was cheating, but hey, I had it in my pocket. Well, how about that, guys? Nice little 4-pounder to end the video. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for watching the whole video. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the content. I hope you're enjoying the content. I know that I'm enjoying making it. I love it, guys. This is what I absolutely love to do, and the fact that I get to bring you guys along with me, it just makes it that much better. So be sure and like, subscribe, guys. Thanks for tuning in to another video. Peace.